Oh, what up, guys? So, I know I haven't posted a while on my channel, but today I'm going to show you how I route my guitar and how I record my stuff. So, I have OBS open here. We'll talk about this later, but um, here I use Cakewalk Sonar. Now I've been using this for a long time, so switching DAWs is to me like relearning how to walk, and so I've kind of just been sticking with this guy, this old free doll, ever since I've been making music. So, let's do a rundown of how this works. So, to create a track, you want to press on this plus button, and as you can see, I already have a track here, but I'm doing this so you can see. Now, if you want to, make this easier, you can record enable and input monitor. Now what this will do, input monitoring makes you hear, for example, your guitar, or if you're using a microphone in your DAW, it'll let you hear what's going on your microphone. Like if you're talking into it, you can hear your voice through your headphones. Um, Now I'm gonna create this example track. Um, Basically, what these buttons do here, this red one, if you turn it off, it's no longer red; it's gray now. But as you can see, it says record equals off. If it's gray, that means you can't record with it. This is the button you press to record, by the way. Now, if it's on and you press this button, you can start a recording. Now, this is my DI tone, which means direct input tone, and that means there is no effects on it. And so, after you record that, you can play that back. So, that's what that record button is doing. And see here, if I turn off monitor, you guys can still hear this, pretty sure. But I can't in my headphones. So these are monitoring headphones. I use Razer gaming headphones. You don't have to. These are just the best ones I could pick up that are multi-purpose. I game sometimes, so uh, I use this for recording, and I also use it when I'm gaming. But basically, now we can go into the tones. So here with this tone, I've been experimenting with, it's almost like lo-fi ambience. So it originally had this on it, which makes it sound very glitchy. So if you turn it off, you no longer get that glitchy effect. But this is what I've been experimenting with. Song's The Space by Chan. I learned that today. That's a fun rush. But with this, this is how you add effects or make it not sound like this. Now with your DI tone, that's just the tone you get with no effects. But for this, you can add pedal effects or things that aren't amps. Um, so for example, you can put a delay on your DI tone. It'll just sound like that, but it'll have a delay effect to it. So you get that delay. You could add a reverb. And here I'm going to use the same Muse effects. Came free with this, I believe, with this DAW. And so, reverb. By the way, I've been saying DAW. DAW means Digital Audio Workstation. That's what you call this app that you're working within. This, for example, don't mind the background. For this, I'm using Cakewalk, like I said. But yeah, Digital Audio Workstation. And here, you can hear the reverb effect. And actually, I'm gonna try and make the one tone from that. First, if you can see this is a pickup selector switch, so if you move it to the middle with a clean tone like this, you can get a more defined, detailed clean tone. Yeah. So I'm gonna add a chorus to it, and I'm gonna switch it to lead vox phaser. Ooh, that's a nice. Oops, accidentally hit my. Yeah, you can make tones just straight with your DI like that, with these effects. But what I like to do here is I have amp sims, which basically what amp sims are, you can have, this is archetype of Bossy by Neural DSP, but you can have a tone like this, and this is what I usually use for my lead tone. Now, so you can get that cool, like, I'm still in the middle position here, but if we turn it to full on, I don't remember how to play this. Anyways, the bridge tone is usually used for lead tone, so. That's cool. But yeah, that's how you can build a cool lead tone with an amp sim like this. I strongly recommend Neural DSP for starters because they have a really good interface, as you can see here, and they have accessible presets. They have presets that Toast and Bossy made himself for the archetype of Bossy, which is what I'm using right now. You can make the presets. And so you can get these cool sounds without having to tweak every single thing themselves. And another thing with um, this specific amp sim, you can get really good clean sounds. Now I'm switching to the middle position again. For like a Better Call Saul. You can get really good clean tones with this. But yeah, if you're doing amp sims for the first time, neural DSP is the way to go. Now, with my songwriting process, what I do, I'll usually come up with a riff first. I'm gonna try and get a good uh, rhythm tone in. Sorry, good rhythm tone. We'll go with this. Yeah, that's chunky, as I like to describe it. But we'll come up with a riff. I gotta see. Um, Hold on. Let me hear the tempo first. Okay, so at this tempo, let me add a count in thing. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4 before we actually commit. So let's come up with a riff real quick. I think. Now, if I was recording this, for real, I would usually double track, but for this example, I'm going to use the doubler feature on, their new X models of the archetypes, or in this case, a nameless suite. And so, with the doubler, you can get that stereo effect without having to double track. So that's really nice. Still gonna come up with an idea. So this is a riff idea that I came up with here. So I'm gonna track that in real quick. So I got that down. It's already doubled. Now it's not perfect because I'm trying to save time here with this recording, but we'll create a new audio track. Another way you can do this is by right-clicking and then clicking Insert Audio Track. And so I'm going to create them. There's my DI tone again. And we're going to use that example lead tone I was just doing and the Abasi. So what I did was I clicked Flying Solo. If you want to do this, Flying Solo, and then disengage the Chronos D, which is the delay jewel. And for the rhythm tone I use Thal Goodman from Titan King's artist pack thing. And then I added the doubler. That's all I did. Which it sounds really good if you transpose it 5 down if you're on a 7 string. You can get the 8 string sound without actually having. So, yeah, I strongly recommend these two specifically from Neural DSP. And so, with this, sounds good to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and record that. So we got that. I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this track, and I'm gonna do a harmony. So Yeah, that sounds nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So we got our lead tones there, and we got our rhythm tone. So with this, we have a full completed riff. And here's what it sounds like played through. The click. That's nice. And so now here we can record or program. I use MIDI, so we can program bass and drums. So for this, I'm gonna do drums first, and then I'm gonna add the bass doubled on the guitars. So let's go on with that. Here's my drums. I use SSD Sampler 5, the free version, for my drums, and so go ahead and program those. And to open up the piano roll, you press Alt-3, at least in Cakewalk. So this is basically a tutorial, basically, mainly for Cakewalk. So I got all my sounds here. So in this mix, we want the bass drum to hit a little harder. But we don't want too much compression to where it's literally nothing. And then I'm gonna bump it up. So this is what I have so far with the drums in the mix. Now, like I said, I'm not super good at mixing, but this is a-okay to me. So I'm gonna re-record the guitar parts until they're better than they are now. Now I'm gonna punch in that pitch harmonic. Let's fix this. This is what we have after the guitars are properly recorded. So that's pretty good. So the bass I'm gonna do real quick. The bass is basically just gonna be a clone of the that whole part. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our bass track, which my bass track is Moto Bass 2, the free version again because I'm broke. Yep. So let's do this. Alrighty. So here's my MIDI bass that I just programmed. I got a equalizer on here, visual EQ. So here's what it sounds like in the full mix. And as you can see, it adds a lot, because this is what it sounded like with adds a lot of fullness. So there is our song. That is basically my whole process. And about what I said earlier, how I'm actually recording this video is I have the bus pane here, and I will put this plugin called Restream onto my effects bus on the master bus. And so I can, with this, I can basically send all of the audio from the master of this to OBS, which I'm running here and I'm recording with. And so it's sending through here with a filter, and basically what that does, it takes all of the audio from my DAW and it puts it into OBS so you guys can hear this. And I have my OBS set up. Well, guys, that was the video for today. Hope you guys like it. I'm gonna try and post a lot more. I know I've been kind of not posting a lot lately, but try and get back on that. Thanks, you guys. Peace.